VoiceBox Media Group.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. This is VoiceBox Radio here at VMG headquarters, located at 610 East Landis Avenue, third floor. Episode 4. Today, yes. I hope you guys aren't tired of seeing us, because you're going to see a lot of us. We have a lot that we want to accomplish, and we have a lot of people that we want to shine the light on. We're going to start with current events. Tomorrow is finally, we are here. The day has arrived, the Thanksgiving community dinner, sponsored by the Project Hope Foundation in collaboration with Mission VoiceBox. We have worked hard behind the scenes.
Absolutely. So this is one of the funnest projects that we work on, and this is our second year that we did it. We have partnered with Project Hope Foundation, and it's just been an exciting thrill, just collecting donations, collaborating with the community, and seeing everyone work together for their greater good, right? Because not everyone is where they want to be, has the money that they want, living the lifestyle that they want, but they all still have the need to help. So this was super fun. If you are available to come out, you can come out volunteer, you can come out get a hot meal if you know someone who needs a hot meal. This is for the homeless, the hopeful, for the community, for organization leaders, for everyone, and just to come out, mix and mingle, and congregate together. We'll be there from 11 to 3, Cloud 9 venue. The address is 22 West Landis Ave, Vineland, New Jersey. Everyone knows the Little Sears Plaza. Be there, be square. The Little Sears Plaza, look for Cloud 9. We will be there. We have so many donations from the community. We have donations from organizations. Most likely, we are going to do probably an after show, just about our experience for the second time participating with Project Hope and the things that we want to accomplish and how we can grow next year, and the community's input. So definitely stay tuned for that. Along with that, boom, boom, boom. Y'all remember Mission VoiceBox. We will be having our hoodie drive. All this time we've been collecting for so many months from the community, from our fans, from everyone around the world who's watching us and supporting us. We want to thank you from the top of our hearts to the bottom. We love you. Thank you. Especially shout out to the VMG team.
Yeah, they came through
for
clutch.
Us. We super appreciate it. We love you guys. We couldn't ask for a better team. Behind the scenes, there's a whole team behind us. It's not just me and Brandon. So we appreciate all the help, everyone who believes in our dream and provides this platform for people to come and be creative and have their freedom. So shout out to the people. We are still collecting hoodies, hats, gloves, anything that you can suffice, pants, sweatshirts, sweaters, anything. We'll be at Cloud 9 from 11 to 3. We'll still be collecting. The initiative will probably be a year-long initiative. We like the concept of it, and we've seen that it helped a lot of people. So we're super excited about that. Don't meet us there, beat us there.
Yes, and look for more distribution days after tomorrow. But tomorrow's the 1st.
Absolutely.
Also, we have...
we have Miracle Learning Kids Academy. Shout out to Pastor Tracey. As always, we like to shout out Miss Tracey. She's doing an amazing job. She has a Creative Learning Academy over in Upper Deerfield. If you are looking for childcare, if you're looking to change your childcare, or if you're just looking for something different, they dabble in so many different things with the homework help and academic enrichment and personal and peer development. And who do you know works on life skills? That is so important with our growing kids. These kids are our future. So shout out to Miss Tracey if you're looking for childcare. The number is 856-378-4437.
Hey, also Wednesday evening, Thanksgiving Eve, we're taking this show on the road.
Once again,
VoiceBox Media Group has been tapped to cover the Max B release party at Club Roar in Philly on Wednesday
night.
So we made a commitment to spend more time here, but this week we will be outside. So pop out. Shout out to Heavy. I don't want to say it wrong, but shout out to Chain J, Chase Bills, Heavy Motion Entertainment for putting it together. The people behind this. Shout out to Max B. welcome home.
Welcome home. Welcome home. We look forward to interviewing. We look forward to seeing you. Anything we can do to support. We're super excited about the opportunity for sure.
Yeah, we also rude.
Without further
Yes.
ado.
We would like to introduce our guest. Today's guest is Mrs. Tracey Wells-Huggins. Tracey Wells-Huggins is BMG adjacent, we like to say. That's someone who we consider team, who you guys might not necessarily know as team. She's been a big part of what we do over the past couple of years. She's actually been in this building longer than anybody in this building. And when I first got here and we first got here, and even through the rebrand, she's been a motivation, and she's been a solid influence and guidance. So we're doing our part. Part of us giving her flowers is bring her on here to VoiceBox Radio for an interview, so we can let you guys know a little bit more about her and how awesome she is. And also, she is launching her own podcast on this platform, which is called Brick House Dialogues, which has actually been in the work for some time now. And now that the platform is actually up, we can get this show on the road. So
absolutely. If you ever heard Miss Tracey talk, I'm sure you were blown away. The powerhouse behind the woman is amazing. I can't wait for you to be introduced to her, know about her initiatives that she stands for, and just a wonderful woman that she is to us and also into her community, and even a bigger pillar in her family. So we love that you have that, and we're super excited to have you here. Thank you for coming.
Yep.
So
Visionary founder and CEO of Raw Wisdom LLC, Tracey Wells-Huggins.
Wow. Who is this woman?
Who is this woman?
Thank you guys so much for so much love.
Yes.
I'm so proud. Let's start there. I'm proud
Thank you.
of just the growth and everything that God is doing for you guys. My name is Tracey Wells-Huggins. As he said, I am the visionary founder and CEO of an organization known as Raw Wisdom LLC. And at Raw Wisdom, we believe that wisdom is indeed the principal thing.
Mm-hmm.
Raw Wisdom is a manifestation or a new iteration of a prior organization that I had founded called Renewed Minds. The goal of Renewed Minds when it was established was to combine faith and works to change lives, because we know that's what needs to happen. But everything begins with the way that we think and we see ourselves. And so leveraging my life-changing personal scripture, Romans 12:1-2, I went on a mission, and I was called to that mission based on personal experience, and we can get into that a little bit later. But I'm just happy to be here, direct and straight from a day of nursing, and representing today.
He came robed up and everything.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad we decided to keep it like that.
Yeah,
It's real dapper, real, so it shows that you mean business.
Very
But now
demure.
we really appreciate you coming here. Let's start with the nursing. So let's start with your history. Let the people know, where you were from, where you were raised, potentially how you were raised, and what led you into what you're doing currently.
Okay, great. I was born in North New Jersey, USA, Brick City, baby. Family decided that, we're going to move on down here. And so raised out on the outskirts of Bridgeton, right in between Bridgeton and Salem, a place called Halfway House. And went to Salem schools, Quentin and Salem schools. Decided early on that, I wanted to be a helper of people. And everything that I do is hinged upon that desire to help others, but taking it a step further, having others see the need to help themselves, to grow into, to understand who they are by that renewing of the mind. And then once we get the mind right, then we can get the action behind it, and we can use some wisdom to really, really bring to fruition a better self, a better family, a better community, a better world.
Yes.
So I was raised in church. Love the church. Was raised in Mount Vernon Holiness Church.
Amen.
Out there in the Halfway House. Great grandmother was a founder of that church. Grandmother was a minister in that church. My auntie is currently the pastor of that church.
Wow.
Yeah. So a lot of deep history. Deep.
That's awesome.
And I'm grateful for that upbringing. I'm grateful for that upbringing because, you know, you have to have a firm foundation. And so without that, you know, we're lost. And so many of us are lost.
So, what are some of the works? You know, you speak on the works. What are some of the works that you have been involved in? Some of the many, 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 many works that you have been involved in.
Oh, wow. Where do I begin? Well, my first and primary work is my family.
Yes.
You know, that's my big work.
Absolutely.
That's my big work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love being a mother. I love being a wife. I love being a sister. I love all of those things. I love all those parts of myself. But yeah, so after my family comes my nursing, comes my mentoring.
Mm-hmm.
And I do mentoring a little bit differently than many people do because I approach it as a ministry.
Okay.
I approach it as a ministry. I'm not just for entertaining young people. I love to entertain.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, I want them to be able to think and grow and evolve and take something away from every interaction they have with me. So I've been blessed to be involved in a number of different things. Coming into the mentoring vein was a result of an experience that my son had.
Mm-hmm.
Tapped into the youth justice system, which made me very, very much afraid.
Yeah.
And it launched me based on fear into an onslaught against
Yeah.
the entire
Yeah,
system.
Yes.
And I learned a lot in the process. I came into it like a bull in a china shop. I tell everybody.
Yeah.
I was just ready to like tear everything down. But I learned that
You was running for office and everything. I feel like that's when I kind of got to learn more about you. Yeah, I get it. Okay.
Listen, and I never thought I'd do that.
Yeah, man, you need to run again.
Listen.
Never mind.
The politics.
about it.
The
Yeah.
politics.
Yeah, I understand. It can be
Yeah.
overwhelming. It's a lot. It's a whole lot.
Not only that, you know, I think that for me, grassroots
Yes.
is where it's at.
Mm.
You know, if we could get our community to really understand the power that we have without playing the games,
Yeah,
we
start-
could really be consistent and move something forward. See, why are you
Yeah.
trying to get my dander up? I'm trying to,
Nah, no,
trying
let's
to be
go.
a brief queen up in
The
here.
day I had yesterday, I'm all for it.
Listen.
Like, building our own and maintaining it and growing it is
That's where it's
definitely
at.
the wave.
That's definitely the wave. So yeah.
Yeah, so politics led you. I mean, not politics, but the justice system led you into. I would say mentorship / politics.
Yes. Yes.
What's something you learned? What's something you learned immediately was becoming a mentor?
Wow. That young people appreciate honesty and transparency.
Okay.
And that young people desire for people to hold them accountable, but with love and respect and with dignity.
Absolutely.
You know, you don't have to coddle down to them.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, we have a responsibility to actually set a bar higher than the world's expectation for them.
Absolutely.
Our young people are so beautiful and so much more than they often get credit for.
Yeah.
And so my goal and my mission is to A, help them to see who they are as God has created them. B, to have them understand that they are not the sum total of any mistakes that they've ever made. You can always flip the page.
Absolutely.
You have to be committed to the change. You don't have to be a victim of your circumstances. You don't have to be what other people say you are. Just because they call you something, you don't have to answer to it.
Yeah.
But you can determine, and especially working with young ladies, my goal is for them to understand you can determine how it is that you wish to be perceived in this world. They already have so much that they already think they know about us,
Yeah,
especially if we're women of color, black and brown,
Yeah,
right?
put it on your back.
Well,
Just
they
throw it
know
on
us.
you.
They
Yeah.
know us, but they really don't know. Because if they really did, they would treat us differently. And at the same time, we have a responsibility to demand and expect that. And a lot of times that's missing. So I'm enjoying my mission, doing my rubies in schools and
Shout out to
in
Rubies.
prisons. Yes.
Yes.
Wherever they are, community based.
How many rubies overall have you had? Have come in and out of your program? How many lives? I'm gonna say how many lives have you touched, but just ballpark number. What do you think?
Numerically,
How many years have you been doing it?
well, yeah, I've been doing the Ruby program since 2010. Started it in Cumberland County's detention center. And I went out there because I wanted to see what was happening with young people in the community who were getting snatched up and sent there.
Yeah.
And when I got there, I realized that it wasn't just boys, it was girls. So my very first group was a co-ed group. And I had a great opportunity that was afforded to me. And they told me, we can't pay you to come out here. I said, I don't want you to pay me. I'm doing some things with kids in my house, and I want to see if, I can touch at least one. I said, I just want to pilot this thing. I didn't even have a name for this thing that I was doing. And I went out there and they said, okay, you can come out here for 8 weeks. At the end of the 8 weeks, they said, we found money in the budget to pay you for what you're doing. And that was my first paid contract.
Yes.
And they were like, so what is this that you're doing? What do you call it? And I was like, my premise is mind over matter, And so the kids were like, the mom program, mind over matter. So here comes a lady with the dreads doing the mom program. And they were like, and who does this mom program? And they were like, what is the name of your company? And I was like, Renewed Minds. And so scripture again, making things manifest.
That's awesome. What are
But back to your number, it's been over 2,100, I think 38 at last count, that have young people that have been through my program, not just here, but across the country, including
you travel and speak.
Including my 4-week rotations at Rowan University. Shout out to them for allowing me to do what I do. And then the consistent rotation that I have at Penns Grove High School. Shout out to PGHS. I'm just really, really excited. The young ladies down at Western Maryland Correctional Facility. Shout out to my rubies that are there. And just all over.
What are ways that your mentorship program has evolved? That's been, like, I will say, a little surprising, or that you didn't expect?
I didn't expect to have my very first rubies from my community-based program to still be connected. To have watched a young lady and a young man who are local and who have just grown and blossomed so much, and the respect that is still shared and shown, it means everything to me. It means everything. And to see them still mentioning and talking about different things that we did. Every now and then I'll find a picture and I'll shoot it to one or two, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, Miss T, you ain't have to send me that picture. But the love and the cultivation, and to see them just be amazing individuals, is just, you can't put a price tag on that. To know that you made that much of a difference, that it wasn't just about laughter, it wasn't just about fun and games, it wasn't just about running around. It was about really taking away a gem that you could actually apply to your life to make things change. It's awesome.
Well, going off of not, with it not all being sunshine and rainbows, what are some early challenges you faced?
Money, honey.
Yeah,
Okay, let's keep it a bean.
Makes sense. Yes.
In the words of my immortal Von J, shout out to her. I miss my baby. Rest in peace.
Shout out to Von J, R.I.P.
I'm gonna keep it a bean.
Nothing's free. Nothing comes free.
Nothing comes free. And at the same time, I decided early on that my dream, or this vision that God had given me, was not going to live or die waiting for anybody to give me anything. And so much of what I did initially and for a very long time was funded by the foundation of Jason and Tracey Huggins. And my goal ultimately, and I thank God in advance for this, that one day I will be the philanthropist that identifies folks doing good work in their communities who don't have access, who are committed to doing the work without playing the game and selling their soul.
Yep, absolutely.
So I'm like, if that's who you are, wait till I get my money right, because I'm going to be there for you. Take this $50K, tell me what you can do with that. Come back to me in 6 months and let's see what you've done. As long as you're getting results, let me do this again. Like that is my manifestation. Like, that's where my mind is. God, I thank you every day for allowing me to be the person that I would have needed at that time. And all of my programs are based on that premise. Everything that I do, from Blessed at Birth, which is my doula services, to my rubies, to the Boaz Project, which is still in my head. It's on paper, but that's the program that I would really like to see young men get involved in. But I don't want to lead it. I want strong men to lead it, right? But everything that we do, from the nursing, education, and the care that we do with pregnant moms, everything is about providing what I think that I would have needed, right? and just sharing that, making it available to the extent possible and with excellence. Because there's a lot of people doing a lot of stuff, you know,
Yeah.
and yet
Yeah.
indeed there is a requirement and a demand for excellence that a lot of times people don't talk about, but we embody it. We embody it
Absolutely.
at Raw Wisdom.
So what fueled your resilience early on for you to keep going with those speed bumps, the financial speed bumps and stuff like that?
I always said that anything that I've done, if I wasn't the woman and the mother that I am, that I would want somebody to be there for my children.
Absolutely.
And so it's about leading by example and also planting good seed, because you reap what you sow.
Absolutely.
And so I figure if I sow into everybody, I don't want to get emotional, but if I sow into the people that I'm supposed to, that, you know, the harvest has got to come.
Absolutely.
And it also sets the legacy for my family and for the next generations, you know.
Absolutely. I totally believe that. We talk about the foundation so much here, just because what VMG was grown off of was just foundation. We were all trying to build something and help and knew what our purpose was, but we didn't know how to build it. And we kept joining these different teams and it was falling apart or going separate ways. And we're like, hey, why don't we create a foundation first? We plant the seeds, we grow it up, and then release it.
That's right.
And thank you for your release. This is
Yes.
I'm so enjoying this.
Yeah,
Shout out to VoiceBox.
it took us a while to get here. It did take us a while to get here.
Anybody who knows me knows I'm mesmerized with intelligence, and I just appreciate all the knowledge, and it's an honor to be in your presence. Just of all the magnificent things that you did and that you're going to do. First and foremost, I know we've all been through some type of struggle, some type of hardship, different things in our lifetimes, and some people are able to deal with it, some people aren't able to deal with it. What's your best coping way to deal with things that happen to us? We share a lot of the same traumas over the past couple of years that affected both of us tremendously. So can you just talk about how you identify with those traumas and how you plan to either make them live on or whatever the case is?
If it had not been for faith for me, I don't know where I would be. And not to get super deep or preachy or whatever, God is important to me. Faith is important to me. Learning and growing so that I can be who He is continually calling me to be for the people that He has for me to serve. Because what I do is service. You know, a lot of people talk about the leadership, and I'm grateful and I'm humbled by that. But the deal is to be a servant leader. You know, so to serve God's people means that I need to be humble and to know that flaws and all, that He still can use me. And I think that's a part of my story too. Just remembering that no matter what we face, and a lot of the losses, so many losses. And I'm not going to hold you. Like it's taking me time to still bounce back. You know, so giving myself grace has been a gift that I had to intentionally give myself, while also relying on my faith. Because let's not mistake it. A lot of people tell you, just pray about it, it'll be all right. And at the same time, that's not the whole, because you can pray about it and still be hurting. You can pray about it and still be broken. So, you know, just learning that there's so much more to faith than what we may have been taught. And even though we are incredibly grateful for where we started, we have an obligation to continue to grow and to move on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I tell everybody this is like my disclaimer, just because I am who I am. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I think about is like, how can I help somebody? How can I be of service? What is it that I can do to at least help one person? I know I don't have the capability to save the world, but I do have the capability to help. So that's what gives me my drive, my initiative, my purpose, and my passion. And I just been grateful enough to be able to walk in my passion and follow it.
Yeah.
What would you say to someone who's trying to walk in their passion or purpose, but life's getting in the way, things are happening? How would you give them advice?
The first thing would be, they'd have to ask themselves, how do you really want to make this happen? And why do you want to make this happen? for the sake of what? As a somatic practitioner, one who studies the body and has learned how to pay attention to how we show up in the world, and I personally, the question that we ask is, if you're doing anything, the question should be, for the sake of what? What do you hope to gain from it? What do you hope to give to the world by providing this service, right? And ultimately, what will be the desired outcome? And so just holding on to that for the sake of what will help to keep you when those hard times come. It wasn't just money. All right, let's be clear. It wasn't just money, although money was a big thing. It was partnerships that ended up being hurtful. I can keep it a bean,
no,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
Right.
You have to help with stuff like that too.
Yeah,
Any type of relationship.
Any type of relationship or partnership. It was learning by hook and by crook, by identifying that you figure that you could work with people because they appear to be doing things well, and you can learn from every situation, and you can make a conscious decision to say, you know what, this is not for me at this time. But I've had so many good people pour into me, but you have to be willing to be a student, and you can't come into this like, no matter what it is, like you have all the answers, because especially our businesses, the scrutiny on us, the scrutiny and the expectation on us. We are not often afforded opportunities to make the mistakes of others.
No, you're not. That's why I'm very appreciative of people that let me correct my mistakes, especially in my business. Like early on, I don't think I understood the level of pressure to perform that was just on me personally. And then I was like, I know I was getting away with so much early on in business. And then now, I talked about it a little while ago. I look back at my work ethic back then versus now, and it's like, what was I thinking? I really was like proud of myself back then versus what I'm doing now, and it's like no comparison. So yes,
that's growth.
Absolutely. You can pat yourself on the back for that.
I don't know if I can reach it, man. I've been doing shoulders. I'm working on shoulders.
Hurting a little bit. Bro's hurting a little bit. That gym is doing him in.
Big on. Like, let me stop, man. But to pivot, you mentioned doula. We talked about loss, and you mentioned doing the doula. I'll be saying doula, and I know you correct me every time. But
Doula.
What led you to that? That's interesting. That I would like to learn. We would like to hear a little bit about that.
So when I first went into nursing, and most of us, many of us, when we go into nursing, we know where we want to be. And I was like, I want to work in labor and delivery. I want to work in mother baby. I want to work with the babies. I want to be a midwife, right? And what I learned, I know, right? What I learned was that, you could catch babies and not be a midwife, and you could still have, a really robust career. And so I was excited to be able to work my way through and be a mother baby nurse with a tremendous team. Shout out to Maria Papali Piazza. Yeah, my people, Tashina, Mason. Oh my gosh. Everybody that we worked with over at Bridgeton Maternity. Great group. But yeah, I always wanted to do that. I felt like it was beautiful in healthy medicine, but you never know that the first bad baby that you catch is going to change you.
Yeah.
So catching a bad baby took my breath away, or being there in support of someone who was having a baby, and that situation did not go well. And so I stepped away from a while and began to, find other avenues, but I've always been brought back to that. Being with a woman and her family who is about to give birth is one of the highest honors, but it's also one of the most ancient things that we as Black women have ever been able to do. There's a whole entire history that when I was going through the actual doula certification, shout out to Community Doulas of South Jersey, my network, good people, for what I learned about the history of the whole OBGYN as an actual medicine, how literally the medicine was stripped away from those of us who were already doing it. And so
commercialize it pretty much.
And taking the power away and making it so that they could, capitalize off of it. But the fact that Black and brown women are dying in New Jersey dying so many times, and the babies. It's just like we need to do better. And
Yeah,
so, who
that
better
is
than somebody who you can relate to,
us. We all we got.
who wants you to be blessed at birth? You
Mm-hmm.
know, so shout out to Cooper Hospital, which has allowed Blessed at Birth to be a part of their doula network.
Mm-hmm.
And also for all of my clients that continue to reach out, for the people that I was sharing this service with without even realizing
Yes.
that that's what I was doing, just from my
Mhm.
heart, just showing up and being present. It's been a beautiful ministry, and I'm looking forward to where that continues to go.
Absolutely. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Aiden Nursing.
Hey,
Shout out to Aiden Nursing.
Shout out to
We
Aiden
love
Nursing.
Aiden Nursing.
We love Aiden.
Nursing.
We love you, Aiden Nursing. Shout out. Thank you for everything that
Yes.
you do and that you
Oh,
continue to do.
yes.
Not only is Tracey part of the Aiden Nursing family, my family and my son, we benefit from the services. So my son, he's special needs. He has a home nurse that comes during the week, and he was from Aiden Nursing. They're Black-owned nursing. Shout out to Daryl Stafford. We got to get him down here. Actually, I think I spoke with him today or yesterday. Earlier today, I spoke with him. We got to get him down here for an interview.
Yes.
And we've been tapped for their gala in December. So I don't know if you guys are having a gala, but
Of course.
we'll be there eating and doing media.
Right.
Eating, but
And doing all the things.
yeah.
Doing all the
We'll be
things.
there. But yes, big shout out to Aiden Nursing. We really appreciate them. And that's just another notch under your belt. Is there anything else that you're into that you want to bring up? Like,
I definitely want to talk about the nurse family partnership.
yes, please.
I have got to
Please
talk
do.
about the nurse family partnership. Okay, so shout out to my Aiden peeps. Love them. Nurse family partnership. A lot of people don't know about it. It is a program that provides a private nurse for a first-time mom who enrolls before 28 weeks of gestation.
Really?
And then that nurse will stay with them until the baby's 2 years old.
Wow. That's
Early in
awesome.
pregnancy?
Yeah. Yes.
Gems.
Yep.
All the way.
Yep.
Gems.
I have a team of 11 nurses that cover 5 counties.
Wow.
Cover Atlantic,
Yeah.
Cape May, Cumberland, Gloucester, Salem. We are here. We are active. We have been here. And we will stay here doing this work. And so the program has a 3-pronged approach. We want to make sure that women have healthy pregnancies,
Mhm.
safe deliveries, and on time, appropriate child development. And we want to be a partner with them as they plan for their own self-sufficiency. Not
Yeah.
that we come in as saviors, we come in as your
Someone
partner.
gotta go back to work. They
What?
whatever the job allows.
What?
They just got to take that time off and then they're right back to work.
That's
And it's like, and not saying that, the father's not there, but sometimes the father isn't there. And, that extra support will be, okay, that's awesome.
But we help to listen. If dad is there,
You still do it?
we're nursing for him too. Come on.
They like the
And
sister.
Listen, we take care of dad
Nah, that's
too.
awesome.
The education is there also, and doula.
Yeah.
I'm dad's doula too.
I remember when I was having my son, and there's this book that they tell you to read. It's like everything you need to know about having a baby or something, little thick book like this. And that was all we had. That was all it had. So to see it come so far and the networking of the greatest minds in the world to come together and give that kind of service is so awesome. I'm definitely going to be utilizing that.
Yes.
ASAP. I have a lot of young ladies that I do come in contact with that can utilize your services.
Please
For
send them my
sure.
way. The team, we're ready. And the nurses are so amazing. They care so much. And we're ready.
That's amazing. So beautiful.
What else you got going on? Anything else you got going on right now? Anything currently?
I do a little something.
She's doing that traveling.
doing a little bit of
I
everything. You're
do.
traveling. She's leaving this state again, y'all. So if y'all looking for her, don't check the second floor. Leave a note up here with us, and we'll refer back to her.
Listen, I
But
believe in living a robust and abundant
Yes,
life.
I was going to ask. What do you? I know she's a traveler as well.
Yes.
Y'all got me beat.
Absolutely.
So
Yes,
y'all
I see you.
what would you say is the not necessarily just the value in traveling, but what do you get from just getting out of your what you're used to?
There's just so much beauty in the world.
Mhm.
And sometimes we miss the beauty because we're always so inundated with so much of the negativity and so much of the pain and so much of the drama. Get out of where you are normally from and see the bigger world. You know, there's so much that we get exposed to: the food, the personalities, the music, you know, just the beauty of being in the earth.
Yes. Yeah.
All of that, all of the things. Now, and if you know me, you know I love the beach. So everywhere that there's a beach, I'm trying to be there. But I also love waterfalls. So if anywhere I can be and there's a waterfall, I want to be there. Anywhere I can go and just be able to see the majesty and the expanse of the water and the ocean. It just reminds me of how big God is, how big my dreams can be, and just how beautiful life is.
What's some places you've traveled to?
Oh,
I mean, you don't got to list all of them, but I know.
All right. One of my favorite places is Cuba. One of my favorite places is Cuba. And let me see. Grand Turks, I love. Everybody loves Jamaica. You can never go wrong with going to Jamaica, like ever. I love
Shout out to my
Mexico.
Jamaican family.
Yeah,
Shout out to
bless
my
up, bless
Jamaican
up,
family.
bless up, man. Yeah. And just, you know, oh my gosh, so many different places. Bahamas, Bermuda, wherever I can get and be.
Absolutely.
Wherever I can get and be.
Absolutely. Every time I come back from a vacation, I change so much in that short amount of time. Just seeing the dynamic of their lifestyles and how here we rush around to do everything was one of the biggest revelations that I've been seeing lately. Just we wake up to rush here, to rush there, to rush to the next place, to rush to the next place, where we don't have any leisure on our own selves. So sometimes we do have to take that step back and say, I need this time for myself. And people do it in other ways. It's not traveling is not the only way,
Right,
but
right.
that's for me. It's traveling.
It's for me.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'm a person that needs to get away. I like to travel. I like to clear my mind. So absolutely, I definitely. Brandon, not so much.
My mind's always clear. I got everything figured out, y'all. Everything, I got it. Whatever happens. What are other ways you like to release or decompress, or what other hobbies do you have outside of, you know, the works?
I love music.
Oh,
Music is awesome.
I
Music
love
is
music.
yes.
I'm
Lover of music.
a neo soul girl.
Yes.
You
I
know,
got you.
I'm an analog girl in a digital
I
world.
mean, it was just Nardo Wick on when she got up here, y'all. So she did send Neo Soul.
Right.
But we're gonna add Nardo Wick to that too. So
yeah, I have an eclectic mix. I mean, you know, I love my gospel and I like trap. I love my Jill Scott. I love Jill Scott and Jasmine Soul and Cleo Soul, and you know, every now and then there's somebody else I might want to listen to. You feel me?
Some
It's
new discoveries.
right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Music is a big part of, you know, just life in general.
Right.
So can we talk about the show a little bit?
We can.
Yes. We know you've done your public speaking and you know your appearances. You dipped your toe in media before.
And did well.
You did very well. You did
Shout out to
surprisingly
you.
well. Yeah. So
Yes.
yes. She had a
surprising.
yeah. No. I mean, I wasn't. I ain't gonna say I was surprised, but I was impressed.
I was surprised.
It was impressive. She had a send off and everything. She ended her show with like structure. So that's one thing I took because I eventually ended up stepping in on that same platform and doing the show later on down the line. But her structure was a big thing that stood out to me. What made you decide to do the pivot into the media at that time? And then we'll go into what you got going on now.
You know, the opportunity presented itself, and I felt like I could really share the messages that I share in spaces with people individually and then collectively, and just provide an opportunity for people to see that our voices have power. I say that all the time to young people who are facing treacherous situations. I say it all the time to women that I get the opportunity to love on and to share life with and to just breathe on. Your voice has power. And so the opportunity presented itself, and I said, let me get get down with this and see how it goes. And shout out to my friend Regina Williams. She was my
Yes.
hype
I
person on the
remember. Yeah, I
side.
think I still got pictures. They come up in my memories and everything.
Yeah, for all of the guests who
Mhm.
came on and shared. It was an
Judge
amazing
Todd, I remember you had
experience.
Judge Todd
Oh
on.
yeah.
You had a couple on that. You had some really solid episodes.
Yes. The Masons came on and talked
Yeah.
about blended families. We're gonna have them again. And yeah, it was a great experience.
What did you learn from that experience doing in the media? Was it what you expected when it came to the reach, or and what are some things that caught you off guard?
It was crazy to me,
Mm.
the amount of reach and in such a short period of time. I loved what the feedback was in real time.
Yes, yeah.
That was really dope aspect. You also know and understand when you speak and you do like I do out in the world that not everybody's going to agree. So I'm real big on the agree to disagree.
Mm-hmm.
And yet I said what I said. You know what I mean? You can say what you got to say. That's fine. But what I say, I believe, and I'm going to stand 10 toes down on. I'm willing to hear. I'm willing to listen to hear. And there were so many people that were also so willing to give me that in kind. So I felt really, really blessed by that.
That was Raw Wisdom with a Renewed Mind. I like how you put together both of them.
Shout out to Levi Feeney for my opening. My opening was dope on that show. Wasn't it?
She was the only show that had her own audio that played before her. Everybody else had the countdown.
Oh, yeah. Before technology.
Nah, she was showing us. She was showing out. She was showing out on us. She was stunting on us. So from Raw Wisdom with a Renewed Mind on to Brick House Dialogues.
Mm-hmm.
That is today. That is the now. So what would be a difference between your early work and what you have coming now? And what are you most excited about getting back into the media and podcasting realm?
Yeah. So Brick House Dialogues is really about just having a conversation with women who really have something to say on topics that we don't normally talk about. There are so many things that we touch on. And I want us to be able to just really go a little bit deeper, have people and couples doing this, to have real conversations, not superficial. Do what you want. But when you come to the Brick House Dialogues, we're going to have a conversation. Facilitated, yes. Honest and transparent, absolutely. Absolutely.
And transparency is what's missing.
Yeah.
For sure, the transparency, even with our children.
Yep.
Having that transparency, for sure.
And everything is not, a game.
Yeah.
But you can have some fun. There'll be some levity, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I fancy myself a comedian of sorts. But
you're grounded. I see you as somebody who's grounded, and you like to not necessarily, I wouldn't call it get the business, but you like to let's figure it out. Let's get down.
I like to get the business. And I like the fact that bricks, you can either throw them or you can build a foundation. And that's kind of what our tagline would be. So we're not always going to be throwing bricks. Our goal is to use those bricks to build a foundation. Back to what you said this morning.
Full circle.
Yes,
That's awesome. And with that foundation, where do you see yourself? What's the end game? Usually we ask people where they see themselves in 5 to 10 years. We'll just ask you what's the end game of? You have so many brands and masks and stuff. What is the end game to Tracey Wells-Huggins herself?
There's no ending.
No ending. Legacy.
The sky is the limit. Absolutely legacy. Financial security, because we don't talk enough about that. That's a big thing.
Yeah. I'm surprised when they talk about finances.
Listen.
I've been holding back.
It's important. It's important. Financial stability, not just for me, but for my generations to come. The wealth and the wisdom, because I'm all about being wise and being wealthy. So yeah, that's the game, to just continue to master it, and when the rules get flipped and changed, to learn how to master that as well, and then share those lessons so that people can learn. They can have an opportunity to learn from lessons that other people have learned.
That's awesome. What's some advice that you would have for somebody who's following your path? Somebody that looks at you and says, I want to be just like Tracey Wells-Huggins. What's one solid piece of advice you would give them?
Give yourself grace and know that you don't have to be perfect to operate fully in God's purpose for you.
That's awesome. You have anything you want to go in there, or you have anything that you want to put out there that you want to add that people need to know? Anything that's bubbling on the inside that you want to put out there?
Something burning on the inside, letting it on the outside.
Fire.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you need from your community, other leaders, other entrepreneurs, anyone with a passion? Is there anything that they can help you with? Anything we can do for you to provide sustainability for you?
Thank you for asking that question, because people don't usually
I'm about to
ask.
say, how often do you get that question?
Right. Sustainability for me has been an important thing. I would say for my families, bring your children to events that fortify their hearts, their minds, and their spirits. Prioritize showing them that there can be a different way, not necessarily better, but just a different way to live life. For everybody who does the work, because there are so many people doing great things in the community, just know that if we truly, truly felt that we were better together, we'd be willing to live and have conversation and work together in a way that was excellent. Absolutely. Yeah, that we would shift away from so much buffoonery and really, really begin to look at the fact that we need to have our young people reading, have our young people writing, having our young people exercise the power in their voices. And we need to just love on one another in a very real way.
Absolutely.
I love it. I love it. Much obliged. I appreciate it. We love to help. Anything that you need, any type of collaboration.
Right upstairs.
Super excited that you're starting your show. I would love to be a guest on your show.
Absolutely.
Just so we can, powwow together. That would be a magnificent experience for me.
Love that.
Absolutely. We are appreciative and grateful for having you on the show as usual. This is not the first time and it won't be the last time that we discuss our future endeavors. Moving forward, like I said, if there's anything you need,
we are here for you.
Absolutely. The wonderful
I love that
Tracey,
for me.
The wonderful Miss Tracey, guys. If you don't know her, I need you to get to know her. The pillar in sustainability, guys. Let's talk about it. We are providing a platform for you as always. We thank you for tuning in. I just want to remind you about this Thanksgiving event tomorrow. Please come out. Please bring your families. Anyone who's interested in volunteering, please come out. See what we're doing. See what our initiatives are. See what our purpose is. We are working for you. We are creating this platform for you. Come on and use it.
We're doing this for you.
It's all love.
Everybody. But
as always, VoiceBox Radio. We are locked in. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Share if you enjoyed the conversations. Until next time.
Thank you to Tracey Wells-Huggins for coming up these steps. I know, man. Thank you for coming to sit down and chopping it up with us. This was another episode of VoiceBox Radio.
Bow, bow, bow. We love you.